Greetings, friends. Dennis LaRue here, your weekly wingman, with your hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. And this is actually number 46. It was pointed out to me by my sweet wife, my exec taking care of me, that I misnumbered. So much for math for me. So this is number 46, not 47. I'm glad you caught that. Whew. This week I've got a great quote this week. This is one I picked up just a few months back, and it's from a guy by the name of Steve Gleason. And for those of you that know football, know that he played for the New Orleans Saints. We're going to spend some time talking about him in a minute. But before I do, I just want to let you know, last week, accountability check for me. Last week I told you I was going to start a blog. That's right, I said I was going to do it, and I did it today. The blog is up. So if you go to Dennis LaRue, DennisLaRue.org, DennisLaRue.org. Go to the far right on that homepage. You'll see the tab blog. Click blog. The current blog will be there, and also embedded in the blog is a video that'll take you to the YouTube video. So there you go. We did it. So there's my accountability to you. So in the comments below as we're talking, do me a favor. How can I hold you accountable? What are some things that you did last week that you said you're going to do and you got done? Let's celebrate. Celebrate the wins. Celebrate them here. I'm celebrating. Got the blog done. So it's been a great day. Great Sunday. First day of the week. Great day. Was on a radio interview just a few minutes ago, on a phone call with my friend Lynn Brown and what she's doing out there in Madison, Florida with the kids and the Global Youth Initiative. I am so excited to be a part of that. And now here with you with the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. I already mentioned who it is, Steve Gleason. So let's get into the quote. Here we go. Be ready. Here it comes. Exhaust yourself in the mission. Exhaust yourself in the mission. Now, that's powerful. That is powerful. And we're talking about mission. And for me, I'm retired Air Force, so you're speaking my language. As a matter of fact, any military member out there, any veteran, the United States military knows more about the mission and the mission mindset and getting the mission done than any organization in the world, and I stand by that statement. I don't care what the organization is. The United States Armed Forces are the best at mission mindset, mission first, getting the mission done and fitting the people into the mission to get it done, regardless of who it is. Interchangeable, get it done. So with that said, here with the mission, hey Donna, glad you're here. Say hi to Jake. And so with the mission mindset, now let's move into the meat and potatoes of this quote. First off, who's Steve Gleason? Steve Gleason I already mentioned, New Orleans Saints football. He also has ALS. He no longer plays football. After 8 seasons, he has ALS. He's in a wheelchair. But you know what? That isn't stopping him. Being in a wheelchair isn't stopping him. As a matter of fact, he created this organization, Steve's Team Gleason. And in Team Gleason, hey Melanie, so glad you're here, right on. Team Gleason, and their whole focus is to help people with ALS live, not with the ALS, but live a life of purpose to continue moving forward, and he exemplifies that. And this quote says it, exhaust yourself in the mission. And his mission is to help people not to be held captive to ALS, but to strive through it and find a cure. That's Steve Gleason. That's his passion, that's his heart. And so from that question, from this quote, several principles jump out at me right away. And the very first thing that stands out is energy. The energy of Steve Gleason is incredible. If you don't believe me, go watch. It's out on Amazon Prime. For those of you that are Amazon Prime, go out there. It's called A Football Life. It's Steve Gleason, done by NFL Films. I'm telling you right now, get your tissues. You're going to be crying. And also, get ready for some motivation. because when you're done watching that, you're going to say, I've got no excuses. And that's Steve Gleason. So your energy. But before you get your energy, you got to have a purpose. Exhaust yourself in the mission. That implies you have a purpose. That implies you have a mission that you are uniquely designed to fulfill. So what is that for you? Because without the purpose, without the mission, we're exhausting ourselves, but not in the mission. We're exhausting ourselves trying to find the mission, spreading it everywhere else. We're spreading seeds here, and we're doing this there, and we're going over there. But we need to be focused on the mission. Exhaust yourself in your one true purpose, your one true calling. And when you do that, when you find that calling, you get energy. Now that's something, this has been an area of growth for me over the last month, is energy. Finding those sources of energy. And when you have a purpose, when you have a mission, there's no excuse not to have energy. It drives you because you want to get the mission accomplished. I've seen it over and over again in my military career. Men and women working together 12, 18, sometimes days straight to accomplish the mission. Because their mission, our mission, is a matter of life and death. And they volunteer to do it. Your mission may not be that. Hey, Jocelyn, your mission may not be like that, but if that's your purpose, it should energize you. It should drive you. And with energy comes focused effort. When you know your true purpose, when you've got energy, all of a sudden you start focusing down to get the mission accomplished. So instead of distractors coming in, taking you away from your mission, when you're laser sharp focused on your mission, then there are no distractors in your calendar. They're filtered out. But for those people that are exhausted trying to find their mission, their calendar is all over the place. They're accepting anything and everything and saying yes to everything. And the reason I can say that is guilty as charged. Done it too many times to count. So get focused. And then finally, with all of that, when you've got a focused effort, when you're focused in, then here's where you get exhausted. You get exhausted wringing out every ounce of potential in you to get that mission accomplished. You give it all you've got. Blood, the sweat, the tears. And when you are engaged in that mission, you know what I notice? Those 12 to 18 hour days I talked about, you don't notice them. You're so focused on getting it done because you're in your sweet spot. You probably skip some meals because you don't want to get away from it to get it done. You don't take breaks. And you just keep plugging and going, and you're enjoying what you're doing, because when the mission is accomplished, there is a sense of fulfillment. There is a sense of joy. There's a sense of excitement. And then you move on to the next one. So all of this just came from this little quote: exhaust yourself in the mission. So my question to you is, what's your mission? Your action steps this week. Do you have a mission? Have you found your mission? Because the rest of this, the energy, the exhaustion, the focused effort, and wringing it out isn't going to happen until you know your mission first. So get your mission. And then once you get your mission, take a look at your energy. What are those energy sources that fire you up? For me, I've discovered that there are certain songs and music that just absolutely send me soaring. I mean, the energy, the excitement, goosebumps, whatever you call it, I just get on fire and I get into a creative mode, and boom, music is one of those tools for me. What's that for you? And who are your energy drainers? Who drains your energy? What drains your energy? Because that's an indication that maybe you need to pull those out of your calendar and you need to pull away from those. So those are your tasks this week. Find your energy sources, but first, find your purpose. Find your passion. And there it is. Bingo. That's the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week in a nutshell. And for those of you just jumping on, accountability. I said that I would get a blog. That last week, I'm starting a blog. Well, it's up today. The blog is up today. Go to dennislarue.org. Somebody do me a favor right now that's out there, Jocelyn or Melanie or Donna. Type in dennislarue.org here in the comments, because that is where you're going to find my blog. It'll be in the far right corner of the blog. You'll see blog tab. Click on it. You'll see my blog. And within the blog, a video is embedded. It says video for blog. Click on that. Boom. It takes you right to a YouTube video. There it is. So I did it. I did it. I did it with the help of my wife, of course. She did all of that. I just wrote the blog. So, guys, I'm so glad you joined me this week. I appreciate you immensely. I love the interaction with you. I love the hearts, all of those things that you do for me, the shares and everything. It's a joy and a privilege to spend time with you, being in my sweet spot each week. And so, let's tie it up in a bow. Let's wrap it, and let's bring in my favorite part, the blessing. I pray the blessing of bread that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt, that your life would be flavorful, and that your life would be flavorful to others too. And I pray the blessing of wine, that joy and prosperity would be yours, and that the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore. Again, thank you so much. Jocelyn, thanks for posting that. There it is. Click on it, dennislarue.org, and bingo, my blog will be there. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Take a moment to share this, and we'll see you next week on the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. Bye for now.